Hello, fellow art enthusiasts. Have you ever wanted to try something new and exciting? Something you can do right at home? Well, get ready to dive into the amazing world of paper making. It's easier than you think, and the results are incredibly rewarding. Imagine holding a sheet of paper you created yourself. Let's get started. Making paper is like magic, transforming old scraps into something brand new. Plus, it's a fun activity for all ages. Whether you're a seasoned crafter or a curious beginner, paper making is an adventure waiting to happen. So grab your supplies, and let's embark on this creative journey together. Before we begin our paper-making journey, let's gather our trusty tools. Don't worry, you won't need anything too fancy. Here's a list of the essentials. Paper scraps. This is where the magic starts. Old newspapers, junk mail, or even used paper from your recycling bin will do the trick. Blender. A regular kitchen blender is perfect for turning our paper scraps into a smooth pulp. Water. Water is essential for breaking down the paper fibers and creating our pulp mixture. Mold and decal. This dynamic duo is used to shape our paper. Don't worry, you can easily make your own or find affordable options online. Flat surface for drying. We'll need a place for our newly formed paper to dry, like a tray or a smooth countertop. That's it. With these simple supplies, we're well on our way to becoming master paper makers. Remember, you can always get creative and experiment with different types of paper scraps or add extra flair later. But for now, let's focus on the basics. Now that we have all our supplies ready, let's dive into the exciting part making paper. Follow these simple steps, and you'll be amazed at how quickly you transform old paper scraps into beautiful handmade sheets. Step 1. Preparation is key. Tear your paper scraps into small pieces. Remember, the smaller the pieces, the smoother your pulp will be. Step 2. Time to blend. Place your torn paper scraps into your blender and add enough water to cover them. Blend on a low setting until you achieve a smooth, consistent pulp. It should resemble a thick soup or a milkshake. Step 3. Now for the fun part, shaping our paper. Fill a tub or sink with water and dip your mold and decal into the water. Then carefully pour your paper pulp onto the mold, making sure it's evenly distributed. Step 4. Gently lift the mold and decal out of the water, letting the excess water drain away. Now carefully press the newly formed sheet of paper between two sponges or towels to remove any remaining moisture. Finally, lay your paper flat on a drying rack or a smooth surface and allow it to air dry completely. Section 4. Troubleshooting your paper creations. As with any new skill, there might be a few bumps along the way on your paper-making journey. But don't worry, these challenges are easily overcome with a little patience and a dash of creative problem-solving. If your paper seems too thin or tears easily, it might be that your pulp is too watery. Try adding more paper scraps to your blender to thicken the consistency. On the other hand, if your paper seems too thick or lumpy, your pulp might be too dense. Add a bit more water to your blender and blend again until you achieve a smoother consistency. Remember, practice makes perfect. Don't be afraid to experiment with different pulp consistencies, drying techniques, or even adding extra elements like flower petals or glitter for a unique touch. Section 5. Unleashing your inner paper artist. Congratulations, you've successfully created your very own handmade paper. But the fun doesn't stop there. The creative possibilities with handmade paper are endless, limited only by your imagination. Use your handmade paper to create personalized greeting cards, unique gift tags, or even beautiful artwork. Experiment with natural dyes, like beetroot juice or turmeric powder, to add vibrant colors to your paper. You can also embed small objects like dried flowers or leaves into the pulp before drying for added texture and visual appeal. So what are you waiting for? Embrace the joy of paper making, experiment with different techniques, and let your creativity flow. The world is your canvas, and with your own hands, you can transform simple materials into extraordinary works of art. Happy paper making!